Ooh.
Don't come up with something soon.
Made pizza.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorns started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
What's her name is rude.
Yes. Mid said I should speak with
She's
you.
not rude, but calling her what's her name
I'll
is rude.
show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat.
Wrecked it.
That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And
That was kind of
not only
fake. I'm
that,
out of water. I gotta go get some.
waterproof
I was gonna
and
take a break
immune
after
to
this
rust, making
conversation.
them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand.
You'll have to get me my, like,
Mid
water
said
cup
we
that I
might
can
be
fill
able
up,
to
and I
use
don't trust
parts
him on
of
the
a
stairs with
fallen
that.
ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much.
Emma Lucis
Thank you, sis.
Calum.
I'll gather my team and head there right
Hello.
away. We'll meet
Welcome
you
to the channel.
outside
How are you?
ruins.
It took me a second, but I totally see the Final Fantasy XV reference. It took me longer than it should have. You can go to kindergarten, you can carry a water bottle downstairs, he's basically grown. It's not a water bottle. It's like a, I don't know. It's not a bottle. Hope you're well. I am well. I am.
I think Mid might need some
Okay. Make for Lawbert's Pass. So we'll do that right now. Your name leads me to believe that you may or may not be a Final Fantasy fan, or at least a Final Fantasy 15 fan. Am I right? Possibly. Okay. More than Final Fantasy 15, or all of Final Fantasy 15, or just Final Fantasy 15? I realize I asked the same question twice. All right, where are we going? Down yonder. Minimap would be so nice just to get my orientation. Have you played 16? Most of them, but have a few favorites. All right, putting you on the spot. Top 3 Final Fantasy games. A go. I'm gonna go up.
If you're ready,
Lightning Ruffalo. 10, 15, 16. Okay. All right. I think my top 3 are 7, 9. I haven't thought about this in a while. What would my third favorite Final Fantasy be? 7, 9. I think for now it's going to be... God, it might be 13, honestly. It might be 13. No. Well, no, I think I like 10 more. Having played it relatively recently, I didn't like it as much as I thought I did, but I still think it still warrants a top 3. 3 and 6 based on replay and story value. I had 6 up there, but then the last time I played 6, I don't know why, it just didn't resonate with me the same. I think my nostalgia was carrying me. When I went back and actually played it, I was just like, I don't know. I didn't get the satisfaction I was hoping for. Yeah, I'm so glad the Pixel Remaster games exist for people that didn't get a chance to play the originals. I mean, I've been playing Final Fantasy games since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. Single digits.
There you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins
13 might be my 4th favorite.
just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course.
You were only 5 when the first Final Fantasy came out? I think I was too. Well, no, hold on, you might be older than me then. The first Final Fantasy was 1987. It came out in the US, right? I was born in 85. Born in 82. All right. That's the beauty of... Oh, God, it's the beauty of video games. Young and less young. Not old, less young. We can enjoy the medium together. Zarza wasn't born yet.
This must be our unwanted visitor.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Stop hitting me. So they decided to name him Unwanted Visitor, huh? We did fight a Mark. That was one of these guys. I'm blanking on his name, even though it's a very common name. Araman? Araman? Who's that? Alright, I gotta stop missing. Does that prevent me from using my abilities? Is that what's happening there? I think that's what's happening. I don't know. Stop moving. Yipes. That should be enough. There we go. My dad likes to say seasoned. There we go.
The things I do for
Final Fantasy VII came out in the US a little less than a year after I was born. Okay. God, that was a...
Thank goodness you're safe.
That's the most hype I've ever been in my life for anything, I think.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you.
Because that was what got me my PlayStation
Everything is
2.
transported safely
1,
back to the
but I mean,
hideaway.
as well.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
8 playthroughs and over 1,000 hours. Holy smokes. You did like that game. And you haven't played 14. Interesting. Do you have any interest in playing an MMO? I feel like you'd have I mean, if you want to sink your teeth into some Final Fantasy content, boy howdy. That's the perfect game for you. If you like MMOs. Mark, I still owe you a hydrate, which means that after this cutscene, I'm going to go... that's the end of the cutscene. Oh, please. I'll be right back. I got to get something to drink and run to the restroom quick. Never played them? Final Fantasy XIV is a good one. It's one that I would recommend. You can play it for free. If you've never played it before, there's a free trial that lets you play a massive chunk of the game. I would give it a shot. I mean, if you need to play Final Fantasy 15 8 more times first and finish your second playthrough of 16, do that first. But consider it. You can do it for free for a good long time. So, please, I'll be right back. Okay, we're going back to the hideaway. This way. Thanks, Bark. Way to say it like you mean it. Now stand! I will. I will stand. Clive had a good dump? Oh. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. I couldn't hear anything. So I got these new speakers, which I'm a fan of. Except, I think I have to tweak around my audio a little bit more because I have to switch to an HDMI setting to play the game, but all my computer audio, OBS and whatnot, is tied to a different audio setup. So it's like, I can only hear one or the other. So I miss alerts. I miss things like that. I can't hear the music when it plays unless I switch sources. They're great speakers, but I have to figure out some sort of workaround, and I haven't done it yet. Wondering what you're thinking? Yeah.
Eleanor has
The ground's
recovered the
giving way.
material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze.
Emma,
Which is
thank you
why
for the
need
follow.
proper
Much appreciated.
shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what to do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
And yeah, Emma, I don't know if you ever do anything on YouTube or not, but if you're interested in checking out the rest of the playthrough up to this point, I have it all posted on YouTube. I just recently came back to streaming on Twitch, actually last Monday. I had been gone for about 8 months doing Let's Plays and things like that, so I changed it over from a full-blown Let's Play to kind of a broken up... a Let's Play that's continued, but it's been through broken up Twitch streams and stuff, so... It's there if you want it. And I am pushing to try to get to 500 subs there. I have a little over 40 away, so you'd be doing me a solid there. But don't let me pressure you.
I went up to give some greens to the...
Awesome. It worked. It worked.
Thanks to Sid, the man.
And that will be the plan going forward. All of my live streams will end up as more digestible content on YouTube.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
Harpo crates.
Always. Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
Scribbles.
She has some specific
words.
requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside.
Yes.
And yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it.
I've been good. How have you been?
She's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of... pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you
I'm
are
going to call them
asking us to help
Harpo-crates,
you,
and you can't stop me.
perhaps I should too.
Doing better now. Had been dealing with pneumonia bacterial since the end of February. Holy smokes! It's July. Is it July? It's July. It's July. Wow. I'm glad you're doing better.
So you need a
That sounds
hand, do you?
terrible.
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
This is the last, I think, of the letting off steam quests. I just got welcomed into my own chat room. Thanks, Twitch. Did you have to be, like, hospitalized or anything, Yaz? What is walking pneumonia? I've never heard of that.
Who visited?
We've got Renown to hand in. Let's go do that first. For the viral kind? Okay.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Well, no surprises there.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
2 meteorites. These rewards are not that great either. I mean, again, thanks for the meteorites.
All done?
I have... $21 of them. Okay, I guess we have to talk to Corpo crates again. Slowly playing through Final Fantasy XVI. I want a copy on Twitter. Let's go. Nothing. I bet it's even sweeter knowing you didn't have to pay for it. Typically is long, lets you move around. Typical is less noticeable. Feels like a mild cold, but can cause long-term strain and get more intense. Okay. Oof. Yuck. Being sick blows.
So, Clive, have you made your decision?
My daughter has her first
Who will
case of
accompany you
what appears
on
to
your
be
little
pink eye.
excursion?
I would have been live a little bit sooner, but that's where my wife had taken her to took her to the hospital. We're bringing Jill, duh.
Very well.
Yeah, the
So
copy you
then,
want on
what do you
X,
need to find?
it's not Twitter
I
anymore.
have taken the liberty of preparing a list.
Very dumb.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very
It's so stupid.
edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so,
I'm
in
glad
fact,
you enjoyed
they
it,
were
Bark.
harvested almost to extinction.
X done
since
gave it to
produce
me.
having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
I posted it thinking this is either stupid enough that everybody will just ignore it, or stupid enough that it'll go viral. It could be one of the two. One of two. Yeah, if anybody doesn't follow me on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, feel free to give me a follow there. I will post my going live stuff, which I actually don't think I did for this one. But I'm also on Blue Sky. Blue Sky, I think, is going to be something that's... I'm not going to do going live messages. I'm not going to do stuff like that. That's going to be more of like a, I think, I don't know, an interaction-focused social media for me, where it's less about the content I create and more just... Maybe more personal stuff will go up there, more family-focused things. I know not everybody can get on Blue Sky. I gave away a code today. I get one every 2 weeks. I can compile a list if people want a code, and then I can do kind of a giveaway for it or something, kind of draw. If people are interested in getting on Blue Sky, I won't have another one for a couple of weeks, so. Okay, we can scooch on out of here now. Back to Northreach.
No. Where's Jill?
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has finally spread.
You have new stuff? What do you have?
See anything you like?
Oh, it's just the sword. I think. "73 desert roses." Why do they have so many crafting materials in this game? It makes no sense. That's why I just feel like crafting was so tacked on for no reason.
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I guess I could sell them, but then again, I don't need money that much
I've only
either.
just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though.
Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Up! You'll not find a bruised... Fresh cuts! Come and get them before they're gone.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
$10.
I trust it's all here.
Oh, a robbery. Believable. Buy something for $10, sell something for
Fighting a good
1100.
fight.
Honestly, can't you use crafting as a guild farm? Craft stuff, then sell them for guild? Well, I could, but I don't know what I need the guild for. I wish the overall game wasn't so dark on my screen. Yeah, I have it turned all the way up, brightness-wise, and it's still dark for me, which makes it even darker for you guys that have been watching on Twitch and YouTube. It is a dark game.
Take it. Good riddance.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Like, I could buy the orchestrion rolls and things like that, but I don't care that much about it. Not enough to go out of my way for it. I could buy all the accessories, but I can only have 3 accessories equipped at any given time. And also don't super care about it. So it's just feels like I can kind of gloss right over the whole idea of crafting. I mean, I'll craft what I can when I can, but...
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool.
You can buy crafting items, yes.
But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
High and regular potions are the only healing items. They also have an elixir that you can buy. And then you can heal using Torgal, but I think purchasable, I think it's just those 3 things that I've been exposed to so far. I don't know if there's more yet. And then you can heal with some of your abilities.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself?
I do. I have them...
There was.
I don't have them
yes.
equiped, I guess.
Well, sort of.
But you can only hold
Molly in
2.
the kitchen's told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like
I
to
haven't
share them with me.
customized my
Good.
items in a minute. I gotta move one of them out and make... It's actually a good reminder to
I
do
saw
that.
Some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... Oh,
You all right?
sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy
You're
this?
not wrong.
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I wonder how this conversation would have gone with the other lady.
So, thank you, Clive.
Hi, Bird.
Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Tarja. I'll see you at
Tarja,
the
that's her
hideaway.
name.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Like that seemed to like build their relationship, which is still how it's not like 100% romantic, I don't understand. But I wonder if that's like, is that like a pivot point where you're like, I'm no longer interested in Jill, let's move to Tarya. Color me curious. Random shower thought. Bark. Don't watch me while you're in the shower. A lot of games have in-game currency you can buy without a game currency. Why don't games ever have in-game currency you can use to buy out-of-game currency? So I can use guild to buy dollars in real life? Good point. Yeah. No, I think you should work on that. Let's well, they do. Hold on. They do. Isn't that what like cryptocurrency is and things like that in games? NFTs. That's a dangerous road you're heading down. I take it back. That's a terrible idea, Bark. What are you doing? Haven't confessed to each other? I know, but why? They need to. They were so... Gav interrupted the almost smooch. I would have taken his other eye.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarya...
In real money, not crypto? Well, technically crypto is real money. You can make it real money.
The ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
Alarming.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
250,000 gil buys a $25 Amazon gift card or something like that.
Clive, thank you.
Okay.
It was nice just being with you.
It would need to be fleshed out quite a bit. As one who likes to grind,
It appears
I who hate grinding, feel like you might be able to take advantage of that.
I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me.
No, actually, no, because they're gonna run with it and make it in NFTs. Eight. 27. What are we talking about?
Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
Report back to Mid. Somehow worse. Somehow a worse idea, Bark.
Thanks to Sid.
I forgot to set my 30-minute timer for standing up. We're probably, what, 10 minutes in? Fine. I'll probably just stand till the end of the stream. Tea is good for me.
Editor started reading books that
Wow.
don't have any pictures in.
You're really hitting on the bangers, aren't you, Bark?
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
Okay. Kind of sad she didn't want to come with me to go see Sid. I also am kind of sad that we got distracted from going to see Sid.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
Mark, you and Zarsla need to get together. She's
and bring
she's
the
crunching the
biggest salmon you
numbers.
can find. This is going to require some precision walloping.
That was just the most soulless laugh. Her face didn't change at all. Sometime later. Back to the drawing board, Bark.
It's finished. It's finally finished.
That looks like garbage.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
Eek.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Report back to mid. We couldn't have just done this. Why'd I have to push the button?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okie dokie. Speak with Mid again.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Well, this is Otto. Oh, there we go. Speak with Otto.
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
I might still be able to catch her.
Ugh, this girl.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Obelus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canver has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the Free Cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I, for one, believe Miss Tullimon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canverian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted, and if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door, which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle, Baron? Is that his name? No. Byron. That's a weird signature.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
Yeah, it does make sense. Hi, Timmy. You're not at work?
So what?
D-Dub reads funny words out loud. Should really be a YouTube series.
Off into the sunset.
It seems that way.
There's a lot of funny words, turns out.
Nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish.
At 2 crib fails?
Lord Rosfield of the Seven High
He's not digging it?
Waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
Not like fails. The crib's fine. She just isn't a fan.
The others, my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
We're trying to get her to nap in a crib finally. No, not finally. I mean, it's only been 2 months, but it says I can't go here. Travel at location is unavailable. Okay. You monsters. Nonsense. I won't be sleeping all night. We're just trying to get her used to napping in it, and then eventually move her over there. I guess I'll go back here. I don't know why. I missed part of that conversation. I don't know why it's telling me. Why would it bring the world map up if I can't go anywhere? Right. Okay.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
No mid.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
Is this the dim? We must be in the dim, right?
The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these.
Oh no, it's not the
So
dim.
our mission
The
remains
dim is North
unchanged.
Rosaria.
We cannot stop until every mother crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the crystalline dominion.
Our next target.
Boyd Cooper, the milkman, thank you for the follow, and thank you for the warm welcome last week when we raided you.
I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins?
Can we get a shout out for Boyd? Are our shout outs working? We haven't tested that yet, have we?
Assuming you've no
I had a good time in Boyd's channel. You guys should pop in and check him out. He's also playing Final Fantasy XVI. Did you finish it?
Well, now's your chance.
I think you're on the home stretch.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road.
Perfect. Thank you, Bark.
That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
He is.
Off, me poor
That guy's borderline abusive.
Jill,
Also, it should be Gets.
Understood.
And Gav.
I hate that they pronounce it
Already
Goots.
on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
That's the sound of approval. Hey, that also puts us one follower away from getting back to 1500 again, which was where we were at. I don't remember where we wrapped up. Maybe like 1520 when we stepped away from Twitch, but that's pretty exciting. Okay. There is. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That was the hideaway. I confused myself. All right, there's a mission here that we want to get that gives us something. Let's go find out what it is. Make for Blachlad. Ben, yeah. Oh, got 2 quests. Okay. First, let's go clear out this thing.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Level 20 ascension. Jeez. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Bird. That's better than I've ever gotten. Or that's more than I've gotten.
What is it that you wish to
I have
know?
like all my characters like level 3.
Of course.
I switch every character I play with every time I play, and I haven't played in a couple months, but
Thus ends
still
today's
such
lesson.
a banger of a game. Slay the Spire, for those that might be wondering who cannot see chat.
I think mid might need some help.
Whee.
Well.
Right, what are you trying to give me, Owain?
Sid, reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bunging a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that.
What are you talking about?
It won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
Why not?
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. All right. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself.
Why?
But, well,
We've done all of our hunts.
Fighting dirty great balls of flame ain't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
Don't need to prioritize it. We got one other quest in our study, or whatever we want to call it. Right? Or chambers. Oh, there's the hunt board. Let's go grab... We'll finish up at the hunt board.
Wish I could take one of our birds.
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
I don't think we've gotten a mission from these. Oh, there's 3 of them. Off the record from Gott. I was thumbing through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something that might need your attention. Maybe. And by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be. Oh, damn it. It doesn't take me there right away, does it?
Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Okay, good. I didn't want it to teleport me there. I got more missives to read. I got a bad feeling. From Karen. Clive, something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Feels like one we should prioritize. From August. Cheers for your help. Oh, we got achievement. Trophy, sorry. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls lately. So I'm thinking, maybe it weren't just the leather that was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. Jeez. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered. Assuming it ain't just the forge.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
I don't think there was another one. Yeah, these are... Okay, the rest of these are red. Alright, side quest city.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. Congratulations.
Well, somebody's back to being a bitch.
I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
He is very old.
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Let's go talk to Hippocrates. What's wrong with my dog?
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgor. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgor, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so.
Oh man.
It seems like a good place to start.
There's two dangerous things in Cressida now. One of them just recently killed the absolute shit out of me. Alright, how are we looking? 310. And I think that's actually probably a good spot to wrap up this here stream / episode. I'll position myself at the top of the stairs so we can just kind of continue our conversations at the beginning of the next sesh, which will be Wednesday.